You are listening to Independent Woman with Wine. I am your host, Ellie, one of the 12 warrior women who came together to create this amazing book. This series is where our voices rise and our stories roar. Welcome to Independent Woman with Wine, the first actual interview of 2026 after kind of an extended break that I had last year, but I'm so pumped to bring this queen again here. Actually, she needs no introduction, but I made a little one. So about a little over a year ago, we talked. We had this awesome interview. That's how we met, right? We talked about her story, and today we're talking about a movement that she created and the book that brought warriors together. This amazing queens that came together and made this book. But this book would not have been possible if it wasn't for this awesome lady right there. Please, Lady V, introduce yourself. Like I said, it needs no introduction, but we like to talk.
Hey,
That's why we're podcasters, right?
exactly. And thank you for that wonderful introduction. I loved it. Love you. Thank you.
And
Hey,
I am the one and the only Miss Lady V. I'm the classy and the sassy one. I am actually a warrior woman myself. I am your favorite spiritual release coach. And so I am the EMP of Elliott Knight Professionals and the EMP. Yes, I am the EMP, baby. I am that, okay? But I am the Oh my gosh, this interview is gonna be bonkers, y'all. So
I
I
love
am
it.
the
I love it.
yeah. I am the president, the CEO of ENP. Okay, Elliott Knight Professionals, and I have a creative story transformation firm where you can actually tell your story and transform your life in one whop at one time. And so you're able to do that. And so I bring stories to life and I help transform your life. That's what I like to say. I do all of that. And so I am truly, truly grateful to be here and to be able to talk about boom,
Oh,
this wonderful book.
I
Oh, you know
know.
I
I
had to have
love
it close
it.
to me. Warrior Women, Hear Us Roar. Oh my gosh, I am super. This is probably by far one of my favorite books
That's
that's
awesome.
on the EMP label.
Mhm. So I have a question for you. What are you drinking?
You know what? I don't know why I'm not drinking anything. Where is my drink? See, I'm slipping today. I don't know what's going on today. I came out of one meeting into this one and I just was like, I'm late, Lord Jesus. So, oh, here goes something. Oh, we drinking some cran apple today, but we gonna
That's,
pretend that it's wine, okay?
that's
Hello,
okay. That's
cran
okay.
apple
Hey,
wine.
I am drinking wine. I can drink for the both of us. Not a
Please
problem.
do. Please do. Please do. Well, look, cheers anyway,
Cheers.
okay?
So, my first question for you is what made you decide to create this book instead of just writing another book of your own?
I knew that it was time for me to do something different. And for me, I like to write in different genres. I like to think outside the box. And I was given this assignment. I didn't want to do it at first. So don't let me just start lying, talking about, yeah, I wanted to do it because I didn't. I really didn't. But I was being obedient to my basic instructions
Mhm.
and to my assignment. And I was like, oh Lord, okay. And writing a book is one thing, but writing a book and putting a conference together, oh, that was a total different ball game for me. But guess what? We finished it. We walked across the finish line together, boldly and in charge, and with purpose.
It took almost a whole year, right?
Yes, yes, it did take a whole year. Because one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to rush perfection. You have some people who do an anthology and they have these writers and then they rush them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you only got 2 months. Oh, you only got a month. And then they wonder why their books don't sell like they should because you didn't give your stories time to marinate. You didn't let your stories reflect the authors because you rushed them and you can't rush real writers. You
Yep.
know, some writers, yes, we can write books in a day or two or whatever, but when you have different women with different stories and different backgrounds, you have to give them time, especially when life is life, and honey. And let me tell you something.
God.
This book did not come without a challenge. That's
Oh,
why it's from God's chosen warriors.
I know.
Why? Because these ladies, these queens, not only did they go through something in their life, as far as living the story that they wrote about. They was going through life, was life in like nobody's business.
Oh
As
yeah.
they were writing their stories, after they told their stories, as we were editing the stories, life was still taking a challenge for them.
Oh,
But they continue to keep pressing and they continue to keep going. And that's what makes a real warrior woman. And so this is by far one of my best creations. I will say that.
oh my God. And I was one of your challenges.
I don't know if you was one of well, baby, you was a small challenge compared to all the other challenges. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. You was just a small little challenge, honey.
What surprised you the most during the process of putting this book together?
My dad dying in the middle of it.
I know.
That was the biggest surprise of the whole thing. Because I had just talked to him, and this is really what woke me up to make me understand that here today, gone tomorrow. Like I might talk to you today. We might have this interview today and tomorrow. We might not even all we have is this interview because God can call either one of us home just like that. And that's what he did. My dad he didn't sound sick, he didn't sound anything. He was okay. We talked, we laughed, we had a conversation, and then he was gone. And that was my biggest surprise. It wasn't the work, it wasn't the book, it wasn't the conference. It was the fact that right in the middle of my life being, oh my gosh, this is what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, I'm almost reaching the peak of where I'm trying to go. And then boom, my papa's died right in the middle of it. And I could have stopped and said, that's it. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I
You
just kept going. I
you
just
did.
kept pushing. I just kept doing what needed to be done. And oh my gosh, there it is. She was created in the middle of that. She
I
was
was
done.
I was so impressed on how like you held on together, you know. Because I remember when you told us, I think a couple of days later we're supposed to have a meeting, and I'm thinking we're not gonna have a meeting, and we actually had the meeting. You were there, like you didn't miss a bit, at all. So I am really, really in awe how you held, together because I didn't. When my dad went,
Right.
I didn't.
Right.
Yeah. But we
Right.
all grieve. We all do, of our body, our minds, our emotional, whatever, our hearts, we're just, but yeah, I am in awe. You are the queen.
Well, well, thank you, darling.
That's
Thank you,
why you
darling.
are our queen. Yes, you
Okay,
are.
thank you. Okay, I appreciate it. Sometimes, you know, I believe that adversity and things that happen in our life, they challenge us to really see where our strength is, where our strength really lie. And for me, that was that moment where I was just like, you said what? Okay, I got 12 women that is depending on me. I can't break now. I have to push through. I have to get my thoughts. Like, I had to take a mental breather just to say, okay, I got this. People don't understand that even as life coaches, we go through something. And sometimes we have to life coach our way through as well. Not just because for me, I'm not just a coach who talks about it, who says, okay, this is what you should do, this is how you should do it, da 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 da, and I don't live it. I walk it like I talk it. And so I'm not going to tell you how to get through it, and I can't tell myself how to get through it.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I have to life coach my way through because don't think that there was not mornings that I woke up and I wanted to call him and I couldn't. Don't think that there wasn't moments that I could hear his voice in my head like ringing as a bell. There was moments where I wanted to literally just grab him and just tell him how much I love him because I don't know if I really got to really say that. But one thing that I know is that he know that I did. And so now it's up to me to do what needs to be done, which means that keeping this family together, keeping me and my brothers afloat to do what needs to be done because I'm the only girl. And so I'm not just being strong for me. I'm not just being strong for my 12 warrior women, but I'm being strong for my warrior kings as well
Mhm.
because sometimes we forget that they too suffer.
Yep.
They too go through something and they need our support as well. And so that's just the warrior in me because I have to stand strong for those who sometimes can't stand strong in the mix. And I feel like God doesn't give us more than we can bear.
Yep.
And so that was just his way of showing me that let me show you how strong you really are.
Oh, yeah. He will show you for sure. What do people not see about the work it takes to publish a collaborative book like this?
Um, being able to be flexible around everybody's schedule
Yeah.
because that was really the hardest thing is being flexible to be around everybody's schedule. So I picked the best date that seemed to work for everybody, which was Sundays because that's kind of when everybody's chilling the
Uh-huh.
most, so and we picked in the evening, we did that as a group. I didn't just say, okay, this is what time we gonna meet, this what you gonna do, this how you gonna do it, and I expect y'all to be there. No, building a sisterhood is about being able to be collaborative, to be able to be flexible with one another, and to be able to say, sister, I got you. We gonna be there. Okay, cool. I got you. And
Not
so that was
only,
really the hardest part is really adjusting around everybody's schedule. But
but
once we
not only,
did,
but
we
not
was in
only
there.
that, it's 12 other people with different personalities, different needs, different approach, each one different. I mean, me, for what I know about me, that's not something that I would be able to do at all, dealing. Like, I already have to deal with the needs of a husband and a stepson, and that's way too much for me already.
Trust me, I understand. And trust me, that was definitely a challenge as well. I guess it wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be, just because I am a coach, so it made it a little bit easier. But being able to say, "Hey, this is a sisterhood," and keep saying it, and keep having to repeat it, and keep putting into it to make it do what it does. That was really the hardest part with the 12 different personalities because you have 12 different personalities who see things a lot differently because we've all been through different strokes.
Mm-hmm.
We've all been through different things in our lives. And when you're building a sisterhood, people don't know that building a sisterhood is not the easiest thing to do.
Oh yeah.
Why? Because we've been hurt so much as women that we don't trust a whole lot of women. So now you talking about you want me to interact with these 12? Maybe one or two, but 12?
Yep.
I don't know if I can do that. And so having everybody trying to do that and actually step out their comfort zone, that was probably one of the biggest challenges. Is because now it forces everybody to what? Trust again, to
Would you?
work and be able to work together with a bunch of different women because women are catty. Women,
Oh
hey,
yeah.
I know. I didn't want to work with a bunch of women. I didn't want to do this project. I was like, God, why me? You know this is not gonna work well because you know your daughter, and you know I might say some stuff, and they not gonna like it. But why me? And he said, why not you? Well, I couldn't come up with one reason why not me, so I just shut the hell up and sat down and said, you know what, God, cheers to that.
Is that safe to say you won't be taking on a project like that anytime soon?
Actually, no. Actually, um, I am proud to say that I will be actually doing more, not less. It won't be with the book as per se as much, because we got to get this one out. You know, it's all about. I don't like to put books, 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 and people don't even get to read this one yet. So I want to be able to push this book yet. However, there will be more Warrior Women conferences. Yes, there will. And this book will be on the table for you to purchase. This book will be in the atmosphere for you to purchase until we decide to do another one, which we will on that level, on that same playing field. It will be another one. But right now it's just gonna be some smaller things going on. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it. Hmm.
And if you take on another book, again, 12 other ladies, would that be something that you would do differently? And if there was, what would be?
Yeah, I would have a team this time, and it would be teamwork make the dream work. It would be definitely different. It would not be a oh we waiting on Lady V to do everything, and then when she tell us what to do, then we'll do it. Not, you know what I'm saying? It'll be a definitely a team effort. It'll be more bondage,
Mm-hmm.
a bonding situation. So I would do that differently.
Okay. It's like, you do it and you learn and you do it again differently.
Exactly. If you don't learn from the first time, then you ain't get it right. You know what I'm saying? And you have
Yep.
to understand you're gonna keep having to take these particular tests. So every time I do one, I learn something new. I learn something different because one thing that I know is I'm gonna always have some different type of people. And I'm asking people that I had in this group that okay, I know your type because I've already worked with you before, but it's gonna be that one that you ain't worked with that's gonna cause you the most hell, the most havoc, the most headache. And that's gonna be the one that you're gonna have to adjust
Mm-hmm.
for because you know that you're gonna meet it again. And so you need to be ready for it when it comes to you. And so that's how I adjust. I adjust to that one person who's giving me the most headache, who make me be like, oh, Jesus, I ain't pulled out all my hair yet. Okay.
I hear you. Oh my. What do you hope happens to a woman after she reads this book?
Transformation. I hope that she finds her purpose. I hope that she finds her will to know that she is a priority. That's what I hope is
Mhm.
transformation. That she starts to say, you know what? I'm tired of wearing all these capes. I'm going to focus on me right now. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm ready
Yep.
and focus on me. And when she decide to really focus on her, she's gonna be a warrior woman in ways that she didn't even know that she could be. And so that's what I want for her is transformation, for her to find her purpose and her will to live again.
That's what I hope. Like I always say, I've said this to you when you were on my podcast before, and I've repeat this. Our job, like what we're doing, if we get to help one person,
That's one.
just one, not thousands, not millions, one, we've done our job. I
We've
always
done
say,
our
and I
jobs.
and I truly believe in that. Yeah.
Me too.
What kind of woman should reach out to you if she wants to be a part of a future project?
The woman that's ready to bet on her. The woman that knows that she has a story to tell. The woman who knows her worth, but just needs some fine tuning, because
Mhm.
sometimes we just need a push. We just need somebody to hold us accountable. We just need somebody that'll say, girl, you got this. Because we have a lot of cheerleaders for negative stuff, but we don't have a whole lot of cheerleaders for the positive things that we do in our lives.
And unfortunately, the negative, it's always louder,
Come on now.
right?
Come on now. Come on now.
That's
And
where
it is.
always, yeah, especially within ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I know this life coach. She's Brazilian. I met her when I was doing interpreter class about year and a half ago. And I remember she said something like, "You need to talk to yourself the way you would talk to your best friend. You can do it. You are capable, and not like you do something wrong. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? Why did I do that? Blah blah blah. Like no, you would not tell that to someone else." So why are you saying that to yourself?
To yourself.
So I always
Why?
remember that, like every time that a little voice, trust me, and that those negative voice inside my head, sometimes they win and they are in the front. I mean, I've called you, right? I mean, I've been in our group saying stuff. It just there. We have to always just every day remind ourselves to not let the negative win and the
Yep.
positive win.
Yeah, but you know what I loved about it too, is that when you did, you felt free to have a sisterhood where you could say, "Y'all, I'm struggling today. I'm struggling today," and they jumped right in
Oh yeah.
and gave you the courage. They were your cheerleaders, and they were cheering loud so that you could hear it. Like, it's gonna be okay, Allie. We pushing through. What you need, I got you. I'll talk to you. How you want me to call you? Like, you want me to send you some wine? Like, what do you need, baby?
I
Like, we
need
was on
wine.
it. We
Yes, send
needed to
me
know. Yes,
wine. Wine is
what you
expensive. I
need.
need wine. Send me wine.
So it's like that's what you need in your life is real cheerleaders, real warriors who cheer you on when you can't cheer yourself on, when you don't know how to, when you don't know which way to go, when you're just like, you know what, I've had enough. I am fed up and I can't take anymore. That's when you have it.
I mean, every woman should have the group that we have. I know the couple of times I was in the bottom, would go there saying, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I would get private message from you guys. Ellie, I love you. Call me anytime. Everything's gonna be okay. And it's just so, just to like see those things. It just brings you back, and suddenly I wasn't feeling that I was in the bottom. I was feeling I matter. So,
Because you do.
yeah, we all
You
do.
matter. You matter to 12 other women who love some Allie. You matter to 12 other women who was cheering Allie on, who was saying, "Go, Allie, go." You were with 12 other women who were like, "Allie, what you need?
Yep.
We got you, Allie," because we believe in you. We believe in what you're doing and how you're doing it. Even when you feel like, "Oh, I can't do my podcast today. Oh, I can't do this and I can't do that." We know that you can do all things because we know the warrior woman that you are. And we know that even as warrior women, we get tired and
Oh,
it's okay to rest.
for sure.
And that's what we forget as warrior women is that even too, we have to rest sometimes. We have to say, "No, I can't do that." And no is a complete answer. It's a complete sentence and everything. And we just have to learn how to stand on it. Why? Because we get tired.
You just
If we
go all the
People
time.
don't know that a lot of times the women in your lives are pouring from an empty cup. And all you want is to get more and more and more and more. And then you wonder why she has nothing left to give because you never poured into the cup so that she would be able to replenish what you've already taken out the cup. Okay? You have to give us a refill. Like, do that. Even the children, like this is talking to our families and our friends. We need a refill sometimes. Just because we are strong does not mean we don't need a refill. You want to keep pulling from this empty cup and then wonder why you getting sand because you didn't refill the cup. Refill it and you can get a little bit of water. But you keep pulling from an empty cup, you're going to keep getting sand. So you can't be mad at what you're receiving. And that comes from our children. That comes from our spouses and our mates. That comes from these bosses, our co-workers, our friends, all the people that's in our lives. This is for everybody. This isn't just for one person. This is for everybody that's involved in our lives. You keep pulling from an empty cup, you're gonna keep getting sand.
That is very, very true. Lady V, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. It's been an honor to have you again on my little podcast.
Your podcast is big. Stop calling it little. That's
Well, I
what
mean,
we gonna change that on your big podcast, baby, because you
oh,
are
my
the
big,
independent woman.
big,
Wow.
big podcast, my huge podcast.
Come
Thank
on
you.
now.
That's how I'm gonna say now. Thank you for being in my super duper huge podcast. Hello. How do people who will be listening or watching on YouTube, how people can find you?
So you can find me on Linktree at Lady VENP. You can find all my social medias, all the podcasts, even this one right here will be
Yeah.
posted on. Yep, as soon as I get the link, it'll be posted right there
And don't
on my
worry,
Linktree.
when I post on YouTube, I will put your link right there in the description. Make it easy for you people to actually reach out to her. She's the best. Call her or send a message or whatever
Hey,
you are doing these days.
get on my calendar, baby. I got the calendar link right there for you.
There
It's a
you
free
go.
consultation. I want to see how I can help you, whether that's helping you transform your life or helping you write your story, because everybody has a story and they want to tell it. The problem is people won't allow people to tell their stories authentically. If you want to be able to tell your story authentically, this is where you want to be. Lady V will help you tell your story authentically. If you don't want AI telling your story, call me. If you don't want the publisher to be all on your covers and all that stuff, call me. I'm your girl, baby.
Call her. Yes, call her. Lady V, once again, thank you so much. And hopefully we'll do this again in the future. There's no rule that you've been here once, twice. Let's go for the third, the fourth, the fifth, you know. We make our own
Home for
rules.
me,
We're
baby.
warrior
This is
woman.
home. I don't know about nobody else, but they say Lady V coming home. Okay, baby, you can find me on Independent Woman with Wine. Ah.
There you go. We're a warrior woman. We are independent. With one, we make our own rules. Thank you so much.
For having me. I am truly, truly grateful. And to everyone, keep roaring in your greatness. Lady V loves you.
I'm doing it wrong. But
There you go.
there you go. I got
There you go.
it. Yes.